Welcome to episode 17 of this series, where we build the best warehouse. As you know, the episodes, they are what I do during a week, and this week is a real challenge because I'm tired of having the items lost. Every time we organize a place or project, look how things end up. Remember, they're the ones organizing. But everything is lost and similar things happen elsewhere. I want everything centralized in one place. But I need a warehouse that can store all the items, keep them in huge quantities, and not get overloaded. And it turns out there are a lot of players who have been developing what they call storage tech for years. And they've found a storage solution that brings together all the major discoveries made in storage tech. It's a really well-designed storage system. Most Minecraft players just set up several filters. Here goes the iron block, here goes the iron ingot, and you put the filter behind it and a stream of water to connect it. For example, that's what I did in survival and Rubik style modes, where there are countless blocks and variations. I mean, the big problem is that you'll end up with filters for things you literally have 30 of, like white wood stairs. You have a filter for nothing, but then you have a filter for cobblestone. 2 double chests fill up in no time, really. As soon as you start, they're full. So the storage we're going to make solves these 2 problems, and many more, but those are the main ones, because there will be chests for multiple items where you can put, for example, redstone items, or like I said, a certain type of wood. Some items will be in regular chests, but once they're full, everything else will go into shulkers for bulk storage. Well, and I have to say that this is the most ambitious project of the series. The build we're going to make to cover the storage is about 6 times bigger than this one, which already looks huge. Look, if you see this here, it seems like it's the biggest thing in all of SARE, but no, it's actually 6 times bigger, and that's with the storage being pretty compact. But we've already prepared the list of materials, okay? Otherwise, I don't think there's enough time to finish this in a week. The helpers have been working ahead on weekends when I'm offline. There are a lot of materials. I'll leave an image here because this time I'm going to be using a shared Excel sheet. Otherwise, it's going to be crazy. And in the shared Excel sheet, we mark in green what we already have and what we don't. Well, we already know and we manage it. Come with me through my new tunnel. We haven't used it much and it's still missing the frog lights. But really, you have to leave the tunnel to go somewhere else. Because to be able to make this episode on time, we had to sacrifice something, which is building this farm. I know that these typical little things are what people really like to see because they're simple and useful for most players. But anyway, that's why I want to take some time to show you how this works. This produces shulkers with bamboo blocks. And these bamboo blocks allow us to have bamboo planks. And for example, for the chests and the hoppers, which are 4,258 hoppers and 2,601 chests, I'm not going to calculate how much wood that is, but actually I will. That's 72,000 planks that were needed, but just for hoppers and chests. Brother, just for that? Then you need them for pistons. Well, so we'll need just from these 72,000. So can you understand why we needed this here? And, well, so you can see how this works. The editor, Danny, who's a really nice guy, is going to give us a demonstration with a flashback of how this works. As you can see, these are the first things. Flying machines. These flying machines work with a simple engine. This is the engine that's used for, well, most flying machines. It just keeps pushing. And when it gets to the other side, it bounces back. And if we have it activated, it'll keep bouncing. And if not, well, it won't. I'm going to show you the demonstration by turning it off. As you can see now, it doesn't bounce. It works by turning on the redstone when it reaches this point, which activates and updates the machine. But it doesn't update it because it doesn't go from off to on. It just goes from on to on. So it doesn't do anything and it just doesn't bounce. I mean, this note block, which is the one that should update, doesn't update, okay? So the items that are left on the ground are supposed to be picked up by these minecarts. But what about here? Surely Cather is watching this and saying, I told you so. Minecarts stop moving when chunks unload or you leave because they break. They're just bad in Minecraft. Is that right? So, is this system any good? It picks up what's left on top as minecarts pass by and take what's above. But they still need to pass through. I'm not going to fix all of them now because we have enough, well, the collection system. Honestly, it's not the greatest thing ever, but well, what you have to keep in mind is that after that, these hoppers here pick up everything the mine carts have. They don't use filters or anything. They just collect it. And these droppers send everything through the same stream. And that stream is going to reach all these hoppers you see here. This sends them into a crafter to become bamboo blocks, which then go up here to load the shulker loader. We saw shulker loaders in the last episode. It's just a shulker that fills up, then a piston breaks it and sends it through a hopper to main storage. And this is where we receive the new shulker completely full, and that's it. That's basically the system. So that's it. Now we just need to go over the item list and start working on getting the items we still need. They should be pretty easy to get. We have most of the stuff. We just need to craft what's missing. The quartz needs to be crafted. We have all the renewable redstone components. Redstone, cobblestone, gold, and most other items. It's just a matter of assembling everything, and that's our preparation. That was a long intro. I've never recorded 15 minutes straight before. Let's gather the remaining materials and check what's missing. The technique is Bohemio puts down the concrete, Pajamu breaks it, but it's not enough. I mean, the speed isn't enough. No, of course, Bohemio has to help there. Well, I'm going to do my part, which is the glass. I've had to fix up the whole furnace because it's a bit off, but, well, let's see. We've all gathered here because I've had the idea of making the storage for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't really know where to put it. We've considered many options, inside the mountain, above the sea, in several places, but the final decision I've made involves destroying this house. Well, not the whole thing, at least not the entrance. So it's something very sad. It's something I really don't want to do, but for the continuity of the world and everything, it has to be done. This hurts me deeply, especially since my nephew's crib is here and we'll have to burn it. Building this house was hard work, and I don't know what to say. I enjoyed building it at first, but sometimes you have to let go of the past for something new. I'm not sure if I expressed that clearly. As the sun sets, please do it for me since I can't. It's my first house. Burn it with lava. That's a bit harsh, right, guys?
Start with the crib.
Did you already take it out on the crib I used?
Oh, how sad.
Do you think it's black and white now? Best moments from the house.
It looks good, right? Sure, yeah. Burned? Destroyed, huh? No? My house, man. That's hard. Was it the right choice? Will they cancel me? It's my only house. Never had one in SAER, one just a hole. But I did an elite one. Well, let's get to it, right? Now it's time to move on to something new. Let's see. We need to flatten a huge area, which you can see here. And what we've done is, look, we've cleared out this area, and we're going to make it a fire break. And all the trees in the middle we're going to burn directly. So this is going to act as a fire break, and we're going to make a big fire. Let's see how it goes, just in case. Back up, and let's burn, guys. Let's burn away. We have to burn from the inside, right? If it ends up being from the outside, that would be a problem. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not sure where the line is.
I had just stopped playing the flashback. Well, let's see. There's not much left. No, it's not a lot, but it's going to leave us with a bunch of loose blocks. Man, what a crappy rain. Good thing it was already the end, right at that moment.
Can you imagine if it started raining right when we began? We'd look so dumb.
All right, here we're leveling things out a bit. The floor height is going to be this, but we're taking out one more. I don't know if you can see the giant rectangle, but anyway, this is where we're going to start building everything. You can kind of see it there. The area is flat, which is nice. The day to build is here, and we have everything ready. I'm not sure if I showed this in another clip. Look, we have a double chest of shulkers completely full. It's all stuff we're going to need to place. A lot of it is lava buckets too. But I don't know, it feels crazy to have so many blocks and so much stuff when it's not really that much. I mean, a lot of items are repeated. Compared, for example, to that house, well, mansion, let's call it, that one was the worst because it had a lot of blocks of just one type. We already have most of them in large quantities here. I'm looking forward to it. We'll collect all chests from everyone, including farm chests and shulkers, and put everything inside. One thing I haven't shown yet from the last episode, when we built the mob farm here, is that I moved it for decorating, and I haven't shown you what I have left. I'm looking forward to making a cool entrance for it in the next episode, because going in like this sucks. This is how it looks right now. All of this is string, bones, and gunpowder. I don't know why they're colored. It's working well, and after leaving it away from keyboard for a while, we've gotten a lot of resources. This week is just pickaxe, shovel, and placing blocks. I'll add more details next week. Now I have a long work session ahead. You can watch the live stream if you get bored and want something in the background. You can pause the video and check out how we're building everything live. For this video, I want to highlight Rapscallion, the creator of the storage system we'll be building. I haven't mentioned him before. As I've already told you, he's been working on storage tech for many years. And specifically, if you check out his channel, he started making videos about small storage projects 5 years ago. So the storage system you're seeing here is the result of at least 5 years of work by this guy, who has shared all his knowledge and obviously also the knowledge from the community. Like him, there are many people working on storage systems. But anyway, I chose his because it's the one I like the most and it best suited what I wanted to do. I'll also share his interesting channel for you to check out. The storage video will be in the description where you can find his channel. He also has interesting videos about great mazes. I highly recommend them. For now, I don't want to explain how this works since it's pretty complex. Once everything is done and working, I'll create a step-by-step guide on filtering the items. And how does it do it so fast? Because another thing about this system is that it's very, very, very fast. Quick break from the time lapse. We've made good construction progress, but I haven't placed many blocks yet. Everything's set up, but nothing works right now. It doesn't make sense. Trigo Keen and I have been working on this part here, which is the most unbearable. There are a lot of blocks, each one placed in a different way. I mean, I understand it's necessary, but it's difficult. And now, look, I've recorded this for you because look at this. I have to place this rail here. The way to do it is to put this one here on top, this one here, and then remove it. I do that, and look, that one over there broke on me. So the only way I can think of right now is once all this is done, I'm going to try to do it like this. And now, the right thing would be to put a rail here. I'm using Lightomatica's Easy Place, but I still can't figure it out. I'll try without Easy Place and do it the old-fashioned way. All good. This might work for me if I do it this way now. There are many more versions like what I'm doing here. It was actually easier underneath. See over there? I have to do weird zigzags because the minecarts go around a lot. It's a very, 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 very complex system, honestly. But anyway, I'll stay here and keep juggling with the rails. This build will take a while, so I won't leave you here with just music. Let's answer more questions, starting with the first one I noted. Alexitis. Hi, Rubik. I have a question. Will you do the series Fixing Your Farms and Mechanisms again? I found the series interesting and liked the audience connection. I'd enjoy continuing it or doing something similar. I've answered this question in several live streams. And honestly, yes, it's a series I want to bring back, but for now I don't have enough time to continue that series. And of course, right now, my week consists of writing scripts for 3 shorts, making the episode of Sayre, and then we're now implementing 1 video a week, which I try to upload on Thursdays about different topics, like the latest one about farms. I don't edit myself. I have 2 editors, one for Sayre and one for other videos. Adding a weekly video like Fixing Farms feels too risky to me. Starting to make more content now and risking making too much. So if I find a way to do it, the answer is that I will. For now, I don't want to overload myself. I want to focus on making videos without feeling overwhelmed. That's my short answer. Thanks for asking. Lixitus? Let's take another short break. We're here in the worst, most horrible part of the world. Look, I've already done everything here. As you can see, I've been able to put all the rails in their place exactly. I'm sure something will go wrong when we turn it on later, but everything is set up block by block, even the cake, with enough food to give the right signal. Of course, this was the most tedious part. And we still have the one up here left, which I think will be a little easier. But anyway, obviously this didn't take much effort. I only placed 4 hoppers here, that's all. But we still need to go up or down. I'm using Litomatica as we've discussed many times before, but we still have this part left here. It's just a small section here, but the main focus is that part up there. The mine carts move and sort all the items and so on. Keep placing blocks, getting a bit tired, but it's okay. We'll go easy. Here's a carrot for you. You like it, huh? Here, Here, he recorded this the very next day. Yesterday, we spent 3 whole hours just building, I think, because the flashback I had recorded was 3 hours long, and we've made quite a bit of progress. I think we've mostly finished the easiest part, like this one, but there's still a lot left to do. We'll add 3 hours today with 3 more people, totaling 9 more work hours. I'll update you on our total time. Once we build it, something will likely go wrong, but I'll keep you updated. Meanwhile, I wanted to mention something. Recently, many people have been supporting the Clapboard channel by joining as channel members using the join function below. I appreciate it because it's improving the series, making it potentially profitable, and allowing it to last. However, I didn't want to talk to you about that even though I never thank you enough. But anyway, something important is that those of you who are at level 2 know that you can access the subscriber server where there are a lot of bases, a lot of constructions and so on. But has it happened that there are a lot of you? Now, with more active people joining those already here, we're experiencing performance issues. It's true that we have the server very optimized and all, but the more of us there are, if this keeps growing, it's going to be difficult. So it's worth mentioning that the map we're playing on now will end in September. The idea is that those who build the base, the community votes as the nicest, most surprising, or most liked. We'll have a live vote and the winner gets a €100 prize. It's not much since I'm not rich, sorry. I want you to know this, especially if you're returning. So what I'm going to tell you is that we're going to start making community farms based on people's votes. I mean, everyone has a bunch of villagers at their base and that gives a lot. We're going to make an area, also an iron farm. That will probably be the next big project so that everyone there can get iron. If everyone builds their own iron farm, it lags the server since everything has limits. So we want more control and we'll try a more communal approach. I just wanted to mention that if you can't pay for the tier 2 subscription, there's a way to join the subscriber server with a Twitch Prime subscription. With Amazon Prime on Twitch, you can access the subscriber server. I'll show you a quick example of how we're doing this. Today I'm calmer and honestly enjoying the process more. Yesterday I felt rushed, but I don't want to hurry. And it's comfortable, at least among 3 people. Look, for example, now I've run out of redstone blocks and I want to place redstone blocks. The materials are pretty straightforward. I'll tell you how we're doing this. Seeing the inside, then with the theme, with the shift. But the theme also has an option, which is that if I press Y, I can see the inside, and this is helping me a lot. For example, over there, I see the blocks, so I grab them. So I think there's a way to configure it so that you automatically grab from a shulker the items for one layer, which is the layer you're building. You go through all the shulkers and grab them. But we don't need that since this is big but not huge. Now I have to keep going with this. The rail part. Every time rails come up, fun things happen. But for now, we're managing to solve it pretty well. And he starts crying. What a coincidence, right? Here's another question from Lucas Silvera. Once you finish all the farms you need, what are your next plans? A project, storage, trading hall, or another goal? Greetings from Uruguay to everyone in Latin America. It's true most of the episodes you're seeing now are early ones. And we're constantly doing necessary and productive things and all that. And obviously that's fun to do, but I have a lot of ideas for when we finish. Above all, it's more fun because there are more of us. In the sense that I have people in the world and there are things I can do, which is funny, like having more people and not just me. For example, I can think of 1,000 things. We can make decorations just for aesthetics or have a contest with you all and, I don't know, have the most voted one win. We build it. I have many ideas, not just farms. Currently, we're prioritizing what's essential, but after the storage project, this will likely be our next focus. I've had for a long time the project I wanted to do the most, even before all of these. The thing is, I couldn't do it before. It's called Sand Eater, a machine that removes all sand from a desert and stores it. There are many such projects. I hope you stay and we keep going week after week. I'd be happy if we reach 100 episodes. That would be a good number to end the series. I'm scared because, of course, I'm recording all of this in flashback. I guess you're coming, I hope you are, to see the flashback. From the one from city of the city of city of the city of city of the city of the city of city of the city of the city of city of the 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 city of the. Like I said, I'm taking it easier this time and enjoying myself. The streams are long, but many people keep me company afterward. If I press I here, I didn't know this. On the left is what should be in the hopper. On the right is what's there per the schematic. And that's really good because that way we can keep checking, because after building the farm, there's still a lot of filters to fill, a lot of everything. Well, mostly filters. I mean, there are a lot of things to do when we finish. It's not really like a build. It's not like a decoration where you finish it and that's it. And you say, wow, I'm so happy. We have to make it work. It's already very late on Wednesday. The best is to finish today and tomorrow. Then I'll try to make it work myself. I think we'll succeed. Just barely. Here's the time lapse. Today was 4.5 hours of live streaming, with 3 hours yesterday. Each person worked about 7 hours, totaling around 21 hours.
After hours of building, the front with chokers looks like a demon's horned face.
Where do you see the face? Honestly, I don't think this looks like a monster. We finally need to rest. There's still plenty left, but we're done building for today. Honestly, it's been a cool process. I had a good time. I feel like I'm in a completely different world from everything we've done. Now we just need to make it work and fill all the filters with items. It'll be a lot of work, but the main part is done. I'm so happy to have this storage and want you to see it in use. It's really worth it, and you're probably considering it. What will we need to build to cover it up? Maybe we've gone a bit overboard with the size, but it won't be this episode or even the next one. Still, how cool, man. I'm excited. I was really looking forward to this week. I'll get some rest and see how tomorrow goes. It's now the 4th day working on the storage. Yesterday was great. It's Thursday, and time is tight, but I've been checking what's left to do. And let's see, I'll explain it to you here. For example, these are the multiple chests, maybe multi-filter chests. We have to fill them, but nothing is filled yet, and we don't know what should go in them. But if I activate this, well, for example, I see that all types of bamboo go here. So, well, you also have to put the shears and the snow. That's also necessary because of the number the filter uses. Look here, for example, these are things I wouldn't dedicate a filter to, but I still want them stored somewhere. And I like that. These items aren't very important, but now we'll handle them, which is still a big job. Our biggest task, apart from that one obviously, is to fill in all these filters here. These are the pure filters. And then besides that, we have a sub filter here for speed, which I think is fine. I mean, for speed. There are 4 main highways here, each leading somewhere different. But the minecart stops there and doesn't go further. And so for that to happen, there's a sub-filter here. These are sub-filters. This contains the group of filters for this whole line or one of these lines. It acts as a pre-filter to help choose a faster road. That's it. Time for another long work session. I probably won't do this one live, but we'll see. We're going to solve a small problem in this part of the circuit. If I put the schematic here, I change something else. Why? All these filters use shulker loaders. They're everywhere. And each one is a filter using a shulker loader. They always need shulkers ready and available. As you can see, this hopper must be full of shulkers, though it's hard to see. I'm sorry, but over here, this is a line of hoppers that goes all the way around, and it all has to be filled with shulker boxes. You really have to put in a lot. That's why we built the farm. It was necessary, even though I wanted to make the storage. Am I sexy, huh? The thing is, what the creator did was simply put a chest with a bunch of slots to put shulkers in. I prefer this trick with all the cells since it makes storing things much easier. And we're going to make a circuit that spits them out at the same time. Then we're going to connect it to the system so it notifies you, because this system is made to let you know when shulkers are missing. So the system is going to be very simple, and it's a lot like one I think I already made for food. In this crafter, are shulkers going to be crafted then when there aren't any shulkers? Detecting if these hoppers are empty, which are the ones constantly feeding items. If either of these two is empty, it will need to be blocked. And how do I do that? With an AND gate? The AND gate is a logic gate, which means that if this one is on, but this one isn't, nothing happens, and vice versa. But if both are on, the result is on. That's why it's called AND, meaning and. I've built the AND gate. Let me check how I did it. And like this, because it works for me, because of the space, because I like to make things compact, that's just how I am, okay? And we're going to connect this to the clock that's going to be triggering. The crafter, okay, it's here and needs 3 ticks, since that's how long it takes to fill 2 shulker cells. This prevents it from ever getting emptied. When the door tells us that both are full, sorry, that neither of them is empty, is it more correct to say that? It will activate the clock, and as you can see, it starts firing shulkers. As you can see, it's full here and likely here too. This one's filling up, and once it's done, it moves to the next one, okay? It needs to do this for the entire row and round, which will take a long time. These items aren't nearly enough, so I'll need to bring many more chests. Luckily, we have the bamboo farm. It's really useful for crafting wooden items. We're gonna leave this like this while we fill in the rest of the items they've already started. And now I'm gonna help them fill in all the filters. By the way, even though I set up a bunch of chests and everything to make it automatic, the shulker that goes here has to be placed manually, and Gochin is putting them all in by hand, okay? We need several item frames for storage, and fortunately, this world is already advanced. So I grab what I need and teleport myself. At the witch farm, I grab a shulker of sticks, craft them into item frames, and show the frames. After using all the sticks, I have extra leather left, which I'll store inside. All right, good thing I just realized this. Look, they're full and the rest of the shulkers have... Good thing there weren't too many chests and too many things. If you didn't understand what's happening. The crafter tries to make shulker boxes, but the hopper is full because the system is already clogged with shulkers, as intended. Well, it throws them out and they just stay there and get lost. I'm gonna fix it. Let's go. Okay, you have at least 4 emeralds, right? Grab the rest and come with me to confirm it goes here. Logically, this is the first one, and you know it. But you press I, you can put one in, and then it fills up. If you have more, then put more, you put one in, right? So it's already there. So the filter is set. Okay, now there's just one last thing left. You've seen this before, so just press I to confirm and view it. But you would have to put the 2 you're missing, either in the chest or in the hopper. In the chest, okay, So then you finished a filter there. Okay. But you have to do that with 200 and something with all of them, right? And how do I know everything is fine? We don't know. That's the fun part. If you put everything in today, that's the fun, right? What fun? You put everything in today, I buy it tomorrow. As you just saw, I showed Pajamu how to make one. In fact, if you look here, Ibachin has made a lot of filters, huh? Honestly, this guy is very efficient, huh? Irito has also made a bunch of these here, all the wooden ones. He's made a ton of them, but we still have a lot left. And I need to test tomorrow. I need to test. If not, there was someone I considered as an assistant. I reached out to him on a Discord that wasn't his, so he couldn't reply. We haven't needed him yet, but I said he could join if needed. He's from Mexico and connects after 8 post-Meridium Spain time. So that's when we've already finished everything. But for a task like this, where you barely need to record anything, we're gonna need him. So, is he gonna join? He's been a member of my community for ages, and he'll be here tonight since we're really pressed for time. I thought we had done everything. All the prep work I knew this week was gonna be tough. Well, he's coming in tonight to see how it goes. We're making progress with storage, but the last part is the hardest and most tedious. And even though I plan to do the storage in a single episode, I've run out of time for more to see it finished and working. You're gonna have to wait for the next one. Although if you're channel members, you already know you get the episodes earlier. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye and subscribe.